The A-10 Thunderbolt II is an aircraft from a completely different time. It was built during the Cold War, mainly to destroy Soviet armored tanks. Over the years, the A-10 has survived many attempts to retire it, even as the military kept trying to replace it. It often felt like every new war brought the A-10 back into action, forcing it to prove its value again and again. Today, as drones play a bigger role on the battlefield, the heavily armored Warthog is once again being discussed. The big question is simple. Can this attack aircraft from the 1970s still be useful today, and can it hunt drones in modern wars? The A-10 was developed under the AX program in the late 1960s. At that time, the U.S. Air Force was focused on fast, supersonic fighter jets. But a group of engineers at Fairchild Republic, led by Alexander Kartveli, believed the military needed something different. They argued that soldiers on the ground needed an aircraft that was slow, tough, and affordable. The idea was straightforward: a plane that could stay over the battlefield, clearly see the enemy, and attack targets while keeping the pilot safe, even if that meant giving up speed. This thinking led to one of the strangest but also most effective aircraft ever built. The A-10 was designed by engineers who cared more about survival than looks. The pilot sits inside a thick titanium-armored bathtub more than 1.5 inches thick. This armor can stop direct hits from heavy anti-aircraft rounds and protect against shell fragments. The armor is made from titanium plates ranging from half an inch to over an inch thick. Altogether, it weighs more than 1,200 pounds, about 5% of the aircraft's empty weight. It protects the cockpit and important flight systems. Extra layers protect the pilot from flying debris, and the windshield and canopy are strong enough to resist small arms fire. The aircraft's two engines are mounted high on the body and spaced far apart. This reduces damage from ground fire and debris when flying low or operating from rough airfields. It also makes the engines easier to protect and maintain. Because the engines are high bypass, the A-10 gives off less heat, making it harder for heat-seeking missiles to lock on. Their position also directs exhaust away from the aircraft, adding another layer of protection. This design allows ground crews to repair and rearm the aircraft quickly, so it can return to combat faster. The A-10's fuel system is also built to survive damage. All four fuel tanks sit near the center of the aircraft and away from the outer skin. If a fuel line is hit, it seals itself automatically. Valves stop fuel from flowing into damaged tanks. The tanks contain special foam to reduce fires and fuel leaks. Many fuel system parts are placed inside the tanks, lowering the chance that one hit will cause total failure. After refueling, the system is cleaned out to reduce fire risk. If a fire still breaks out, the engines are protected by firewalls and fire extinguishing systems. Even in the worst case, the A-10 carries emergency fuel that can keep it flying long enough to reach a safe landing. All of this matters because the A-10 is designed to keep flying even when badly damaged. It can stay in the air with one engine, damaged controls, or even part of a wing missing. This was proven in 2003 during the Iraq War. Captain Kim Campbell's A-10 was hit by heavy anti-aircraft fire over Baghdad, knocking out its hydraulic systems. Using manual controls, she regained control and flew the damaged aircraft for more than an hour before landing safely. Very few aircraft can protect their pilots like this. But the A-10 isn't just about survival. Its most famous feature is its gun. In 1971, the U.S. Air Force asked General Electric to build a powerful cannon for the AX program. The weapon became so important that engineers realized the aircraft had to be built around it. That gun is the GAU-8 Avenger. It has 7 barrels and can fire nearly 4,000 rounds per minute. The cannon is so heavy that it makes up about 16% of the aircraft's empty weight. When it is removed, special equipment is needed to keep the plane from tipping backward. Early tests showed serious problems, including bright muzzle flashes that blinded the pilot, heat buildup, and engine issues caused by gun gases. Fixing these problems took nearly 10 years. In the end, engineers added systems to keep the engines running during firing and to clean the windshield, allowing the A-10 to fire its guns safely and reliably. Despite its long service and success in combat, the A-10 has faced many retirement plans. Between 2008 and 2025, there were at least 9 major efforts to remove it from service. The reasons included its age, concerns about modern air defenses, and the Air Force's focus on newer aircraft like the F-35 and future fighter programs. Budget cuts also played a role. However, Congress repeatedly stepped in, warning that retiring the A-10 too quickly would leave ground troops without enough close air air support. Although some A-10s began retiring in 2023, many remain in service and are receiving major upgrades. These upgrades include new cockpit displays, jam-resistant GPS, better radios, improved audio systems, and the ability to use modern weapons like the GBU-39 small-diameter bomb. One of the most important upgrades is the use of the Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System, or APKWS. These laser-guided rockets have already been used to shoot down slow-moving targets like drones and cruise missiles. Each rocket costs far less than traditional air-to-air missiles, making them a cheaper and more practical option for countering drones. This has opened the door for the A-10 to take on a new role. With its ability to fly slowly, stay in the air for long periods, and carry many weapons, the A-10 is well-suited to fighting drones. While it doesn't have its own radar, it can rely on information from other aircraft or ground systems. Once again, the future of the A-10 is uncertain. Will it finally be retired, or will it continue flying into the 2030s with a new mission? Now, it's your turn. What do you think about the A-10 as a drone hunter?